Hour. We do have a couple of them that we're watching right now. Several stories happening in and around the metro Atlanta area. We want to begin with one that is quite disturbing and definitely sparking a lot of conversation at this hour regarding new video that has resurfaced, and that surface, or I should say, video that has surfaced. Excuse me as I try to turn that volume down on this. That appears to show a teacher hitting a child. It has left a mother in Clayton County who is frustrated right now, and she's really calling for accountability to be held against someone. So right now she is demanding that the district has told Atlanta News First that the teacher no longer works there, but it's unclear if the teacher was fired or just decided to leave on her own. Atlanta News First reporter Bridget Spencer has more with the student's mom, who has a message for other parents.
This video, taken at the end of January, is an episode Kelsey Bloodsaw would love to forget.
Hearing my baby scream and no one's there to help him is like, I'm his protector. She took it upon herself to hit him. I don't know with what.
She says her son, 5-year-old Kimari, is autistic and normally loves going to Riverdale Elementary until this happened.
Kimari is a funny little kid. Like, he's hilarious. He doesn't receive whoopings like at home. He has a lot of electronics, so we take things away.
Bloodsaw says she felt betrayed by the teacher. Clayton County Schools conducted an investigation and told us in a statement, in part, quote, neither the teacher nor the paraprofessional no longer works for Clayton County Public Schools. We want to assure our community that we have high standards for professionalism and student safety. This mom has a message for other parents out there. Listen to your children.
They might not be able to articulate exactly what's going on or how it's happening, but just listen to them.
Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
Yeah, definitely a story that we're going to be staying on top of in the days to come, because we understand that there will likely be more developments. And as they come into the newsroom, we will be sure to pass them along to you both on air and, of course, on the free Atlanta News First app. Well, this is another story that seems to have a lot of interest this morning regarding keeping your children safe when they are in schools. We've seen a lot that has happened in the metro, and obviously a lot that has happened around our country regarding the safety of children and regarding whether guns are in school and how they've been able to make it into the schools and whatnot. So there are state lawmakers that are considering a new bill, and the idea is to try and keep your children safe by requiring panic buttons in all schools across our state. Atlanta News First Doug Reardon explains why not all districts say that they can get on board with this just yet.
We're way ahead of it, and it's been working well for us.
What Atlanta Public School Police Chief Ronald Applin is holding, he says, is a big key to the district's safety plan. A panic button in the hands of every teacher and administrator.
Being able to notify people at the push of a button is big. It's real big. It makes a big difference.
The buttons send out notifications to law enforcement. Last week, all 55 state senators voted in favor of Ricky and Alyssa's law, a bill that would require every school in Georgia to have a crisis alert system. The bill is named in part for Ricky Aspinwall, an Appalachia teacher who was killed in a deadly shooting there last year.
I think this has been a topic we've been talking about since Appalachia and even before Appalachia.
Bill sponsor Jason Anavitarte says schools can use safety grants that are built into the state budget. It's how Atlanta Public purchased their alert system last year.
So there's really no excuse to not be able to find a way to get this done.
Ricky and Alyssa's law would also require school districts to provide digital maps of all their buildings for easier law enforcement access in an emergency. But that provision could be a holdup for some cities whose 911 systems date back to the 1960s.
We have some 911 centers that if you were to enter and ask them to show you their mapping data, it's literally a printed map on the wall, or it may be a Google map. It may be a little bit advanced for us at this particular state.
The bill is likely to pass whether 911 centers are ready or not. Midtown Assistant Principal Rodney Howard says safety technology like crisis alert and mapping have put his students and teachers' minds more at ease.
With this, everyone knows that there's a lot going on in the world, so just having another layer of defense, it just helps us out a lot. Yeah. And cut back on the anxiety that people are feeling.
Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.
And also this morning, we have an update regarding Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens officially announcing that he is going to be running for re-election. He got a chance to get out with a couple of the supporters inside Monday Night Brewing yesterday. Here's how that went.
He supports every individual from every walk of life. And I'm an educator, so I had to come, and he loves education, children, and so I had to come and support him tonight.
And while a lot of people would echo what that woman said there, outside of the mayor's announcement event, protesters against the controversial Atlanta Public Safety Training Center say instead they want a different leader.
Another mayoral candidate could actually listen to the voices of the people of Atlanta, invest into the people of Atlanta with proven strategies that we know work.
Now, work on the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center is mostly completed, is expected to open sometime this spring. When it opens, you know we will be there, and we also have more renderings and some of the latest footage that shows that that center that is now can be found on AtlantaNewsFirst.com and the free Atlanta News First app. But again, if you are just joining right now, we're letting you know that Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens announced his reelection campaign. He did that yesterday morning, but had an event last night with a lot of supporters, but also receiving some of the protesters who had something to say about his idea and his decision, I should say, to run for re-election. Well, we have to take a moment to pause and to celebrate the one and only former ambassador, former Atlanta Mayor Andrew Young. He has turned 93 years young today, and I can only say that because I mean, it's in his name, right? And he's still getting around, still moving around, still looking good as well. Former Atlanta Mayor Andrew Young turning 93 today. The civil rights icon is celebrated on the downtown Atlanta skyline. You can see it here. This is the digital mural at the top of Georgia's own Credit Union building. He was also the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations under the late former President Jimmy Carter. Now, we got a chance to speak with him before a performance to commemorate 60 years since Bloody Sunday, and he tells us he remembers being shocked by the violence on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Now, his work led to the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So a big happy birthday to former Atlanta Mayor and UN Ambassador, Mr. Andrew Young. He is the man. If you've never had the opportunity to meet with him or just be in his presence, man, oh man, that is something you will definitely want to do. A great guy indeed, and many of us are honored that we've had an opportunity to speak with him, talk with him, and we know that he is honored that he's been able to serve the people of Atlanta and even the people of our country. Let's give you a live look outside on this Wednesday morning. We do want to let you know, you're going to hear us say it time and time again, that Saturday and Sunday are First Alert weather days. There are a lot of major changes headed our way. So today is one of those days where you want to get out there and enjoy it. It might have been cool this morning, but oh boy, are we in for a beautiful day. Talking about highs in the 80s. Yeah, things are changing. It's definitely feeling like spring out there. But again, you want to prepare for Saturday and Sunday. We know First Alert meteorologists Ella Dorsey, Rodney Harris, and Courtney Jacobazzi in the morning, along with the rest of the team, have been keeping a close watch on what is happening on Saturday and Sunday and a very close eye on the forecast because there is a potential for severe weather. They've talked about everything from wind, potential tornadic activity. There's a little bit of everything that could be coming this way, even flooding. So we do want you to be prepared. We do want you to know what is headed our way, and we do want you to stay alert. And remember, you can always do that by downloading the free First Alert weather app, where you can get the forecast and everything that you need to know. And at 11:30, we'll have an update from our team of meteorologists. That is at 11:30 right here on the First Alert desk. Make it a great Wednesday.